You're a stupid piece of shit Canadian in a country that has no servers and has the worst internet quality in the United States of America in the free world of developed nations. Like we're not talking about Kenya, we're not talking about African countries that just don't have developed internet. In developed countries, Canada has the worst internet standards of any country in the world. That's been proven by Harvard research. Go look it up. You have no business playing the game. I don't want to play with you. You cheat. You should, dude. I don't care about that. I'm so 24 years ago. That's when I started caring about lag. So I couldn't see or shoot you all game. And then when you shot me, you weren't even facing me. On your screen, I'm sure you were facing me, and on my screen, you were facing an opposite direction or a different direction, juxtaposed to facing me. Like that's the nature of playing against you. I have 2 master's degrees, bro. I'm not going to dox myself. I've done this for 23 years. I've done this professionally for 6. You have no business playing this game ever. And the fact that you're so laggy and how highly advantageous that is, you should literally be masters, but you're not. But I have been masters. So it would, I don't know how many hours it would take to record you playing against me, but the game engine doesn't record lag. But I can see it because I've done this for 23 years. You're probably not even 23 years old. Why do you think $73 billion corporation didn't buy servers in your country? They don't support you playing at all. There's not one server in Canada, and there never will be. Guess how much servers cost? Around 50 grand. A $73 billion corporation. That's like 50 cents to someone with $100. So I'm not spending 50 cents on a server in your country because internet's horrible in your country. So I don't support you playing the game. It's kind of counterintuitive. My IQ is 136 for the record. I'm in the 98th percentile of the world, of the US population at least, on IQ. I'm smarter than 98% of the population. When I tell you you're a dumb, laggy, piece of shit, game ruining Canadian, I'm really not mad. It's really 23 years of playing shooters, and having people kill me that weren't even facing me, having my bullets go through them. My direct shots went through you, like all game. You should literally be a GM player with how terrible your lag is. And when you get acclimated to your lag, I would have to join every game you're in and like respawn and evolve to your lag. So like I would have to shoot where you're not, like where I see you, that's not where I want to shoot. I would have to train myself to shoot at different directions of where you're really not at in order to get hitbox detection. That's the only way I could ever play against you and beat you. But you play with that lag every single day, so you're acclimated to it, you've evolved, you're used to it. So every single player, all 5 opposition players, would have to train at your lag to be able to fairly play against you. And I don't think you realize how stupid and dumb and game ruining you are, but I do. Bro, I'm way too smart. You know it. You can hear it in my voice, the words I use. I'm so much smarter than you, and you know it. Go for it. Do you know that it's illegal to record someone without their permission? So I could go to court, and I could actually go to Blizzard, and they could release records, and I could prove it in court that you recorded me without my permission. That's actually against the law. Bro, this is. I'm a pacifist. I'm an altruist. I'm a Buddhist. I'm actually a therapist too. My voice is so calming, and people love it so much. Like clearly, I can get any girl I want based on my looks, intelligence, the way my voice sounds. My voice is a pussy magnet, but my voice is calming, and I lead guided meditations to help people through trauma and help people reprocess their trauma. I use my intelligence to help others. I don't play a game and ruin the experience for 5 other people. I would never do something so self centered that hurts others. I would never do that. My heart's not beating fast. I do 30 minutes of cardio every day. I tried out for a pro sports team. I have such incredible cardiovascular health. There's nothing there's nothing going on right now except for you being a laggy piece of shit game ruiner. So if a majority of my direct shots registered on you, but that's not possible, you would have lost the game, I'm sure. There's no servers in Canada. It's a small fraction of a small percentage of amount of money to buy servers in Canada. Blizzard does not do it. You're not supported to play this game because they know about your internet quality issues and they know about the percentages of people playing the game. It's insane how good I am at this game and how irrelevant that is to anything I'm saying to you. No one got domed. First of all, I couldn't see or shoot you all game because you're a cheating piece of shit. So if you want to call that domed, you're cheating to win. I couldn't see or shoot you all game. And I've already explained in depth that every time you shot me, you were looking in a different direction. You literally weren't looking at me. You don't, since you're not in my, since you're not in Colorado and you're not on my computer, my i9 4070, that thing you can't afford because I'm sure your computer's trash too. I'm so much statistically better than you at this game. You've never been higher than gold, and I've been masters. Like, what the fuck? You're just using this thing called a defense mechanism. It's when someone proves you entirely wrong, you're just firing and back and attacking at them. I'm a therapist, so I know what you're doing. You don't want to realize how much of a game ruining piece of shit you are. You just want to try to throw it towards me, which if I didn't exist in this world, you would still be a game ruining piece of shit. You just wouldn't know it. I have two master's degrees, and I tried out for the Denver Nuggets. And in June, I went to Grand Cayman Island. You don't know what that is, probably. Maybe you do. I spent 7 nights there at the Marriott. You can look it up. It was about 4 grand. So I have such little of a life that I flew to an island and swam with fish and rode a horse in the ocean and swam with sea life while you were probably playing this video game and being terrible at it in silver. In May, I went to Key Largo and I swam with manatees. I got on a wave runner and it was amazing. Yeah, I was on 2 beach vacations. I spent 3 grand on a beach cottage for 4 nights in Key Largo. You don't know what Key Largo is. You might. Who knows? I have so little of a life that I went and helped an adolescent teen client resolve her panic attacks and anxiety in preparation with EMDR. That's eye movement desensitization reprocessing therapy. I have so little of a life that I spent 50 hours completing an EMDR training that cost $3,000 just so I could make people's lives better and reduce their trauma. Not in one sentence or words did I ever say I wish death upon you once. You just shouldn't be playing this game. I never once said that. You have reading comprehension issues, probably because you're a teenager, your brain's not fully developed, your frontal lobe development's not there. That's what happens when you're 15 to 24. Your brain doesn't fully develop until you're 24. Good luck with that. I never once said that ever. You have reading comprehension issues or your ESL. English is your second language, you don't understand it very well. And you're probably not going to do too well in school, and it's going to hamper you throughout your academic career. Would you like any other suggestions? Do you want any other false accusations you want to throw at me? Everything I've said about you being a laggy piece of shit game ruiner is fully true. I've done this for 23 years. I've sat in Left 4 Dead 2 servers in 2009 and was shot by people that weren't even looking at me. Like, it took a lot of experience to realize what a laggy piece of shit Canadian looks like. I really could give 2 fucks. Go for it. I have over 100 accounts. Over 100. They don't care. They literally don't care. Nothing is hate speech because you're a laggy piece of shit Canadian. So that would have to be your ethnicity or your sexual identity or gender identity. I've said nothing about your ethnicity. You could be a white person in Canada, you could be a black person in Canada. The fact that you live in Canada and there's no servers there, they don't support you playing the game. You would have to report Blizzard for being hateful, for not allowing you to have servers to play in your country. I would say you would want to go towards systemic racism, but it's not even racism because it's not your race, but it's nationality. Blizzard is actually being prejudiced against Canadians, and I'm just calling it out. I'm just a mirror, bro. I'm just showing you. You're just looking in the mirror, and I'm showing you what you are. That's what I do in therapy too. You're too laggy to play this game. Like, the fact, if I could sit here and talk and read a phone book for 6 hours and it kept you from playing this game, I would do so. That's how bad you ruin games. Like, I have no reason to lie to you. Obviously, if I've been masters, I don't care about outcomes in silver. Yeah, I'm competitive. I want to win. I'm doing a climb. I'm close to gold. Like, that's good all and well. I don't care about a game to get upset. I'm definitely not angry. This is me not angry. I'm a passionate fire sign. I'm always passionate. I'm a rapper. I'm also a professional rapper. I'm also a professional counselor. I also tried out for a professional sports team. I'm just a big bad boss. Like, but I treat people fairly. Yeah, it is good content. I could be famous and I could be rich. And if you went viral off of my speech, so be it. I can go viral off of being myself, and you have to use other people's fame and infamy and talents to try to be anything on your own, and that's sad. You're too laggy to play this game. If you added me as a friend in a year and you're like, "Do you remember that Canadian? It's shy." And I would be this passionate and I'd tell you you're this laggy. I wouldn't change in a year. Emotions are temporary, bro. My analysis of your connection is perpetual, is constant. Until you move to a place where there's a server, until you move to a place with good internet, until your PC is probably not good either. Send this to Blizzard. Send it to their the highest up you can go, and see what they say. You've made up false accusations about me wishing you to unlive yourself. I never said anything about you dying once. You're making shit up. They have access to this. They already are. This is already being recorded by Blizzard. Why are you going to send them something they already have a record of? No, and they have a record of everything I've said and typed. There was never any insinuation, inference of you dying once. I don't care. I never once said you should die. I would never tell that to anyone. I don't do that. Okay, copy paste it to me. I'm wait. You've had it all recorded. You're gonna send it to Blizzard. They're gonna give two fucks, bro. I've been threatened. And I said first I said I hope you were in a car accident, a non-fatal one. Do you know what non-fatal means? So I clearly specified that you wouldn't die. And if your house burns down, obviously I love animals, and obviously I don't wish death upon anyone. No, if your house burns down when you're not there, your computer is no longer active and you can't play it. That's where I was going with that. And that's you making inferences. I never even said, I hope you die. I would have to say that, first of all, I work with law enforcement. I have a master's in criminal justice, and I've been death threatened on Steam. Someone has to tell you specifically when, where, and how you're going to die for it to be a valid death threat. But you don't live in America. You don't understand criminal justice. You don't have a master's degree. You don't understand law enforcement. I never once said, I hope you die. You made that up on your own. You're the one. It's not extreme. You shouldn't be playing this game. So, aside from some cataclysmic life occurrence, uh, rainstorm, tornado, fire, like you're obviously just going to keep playing and ruining games, regardless of what I say, regardless of the factual evidence I can use to support you shouldn't be playing whatsoever. You're going to keep playing the game. So, yes, and some act of God would have to intervene for you to stop playing, and I hope for that. That's real. Like I don't wish. Okay, you've played this game how many hours? 500, 1,000. Multiply that by five people. You've probably ruined 500 to 5,000 people's games without knowing it, without them knowing it. But you did it. Like that's a fact. It's not, bro. It's the whole. It's you are that person who's a game ruiner, but there's a lot of game ruiners out there. So like I add them. Most people are more receptive. They're like, "Yeah, my internet's terrible. I'm on wireless. What should I do?" And I'm like, "Oh, there's this thing called a modem. Wire your PC directly to the modem. That'll reduce your lag, mitigate lag significantly." Go put this on YouTube. See if I care. It's how right I am. You live in Canada. There's no servers in Canada. Those are factual statements. Canadians are not supported playing this game. You said I'm being hateful, and this is hate speech. Okay, I have a master's in criminal justice. Tell me when I said something about your gender identity, sexual identity, or ethnicity, because that's hate. Or religion. Tell me where I did that. Do you have that recorded too? Oh wait, because that never happened either. I'm so much smarter than you. You shouldn't be playing this game ever, especially competitive mode, since you're clearly addicted to online shooters. Technically, you should find one that has Canadian servers. There's a couple out there. There's not many. because no one is an adult network analyst with 23 years experience playing this game. This game is heavily marketed towards teenagers. 90% of people playing this game are between the ages of 12 and 19. They don't understand lag and in 15 minutes couldn't analyze it correctly. I did it because that's what I've done. Again, you're really grasping at straws to make this not your fault. You don't want to take accountability. That's what narcissists do. Nothing was ever their fault. That's what Gen Z does. Have you ever heard an Eminem song where he's calling out Gen Z? Yeah, there's a reason for that. Gen Z's terrible, narcissist. You never did anything wrong. You never lost anything. You were always the best at everything. I'm done talking. You're not worth my time. You wasted 15 minutes of my night, and so I wasted 15 minutes of yours. I can't even hear my own voice when I'm talking because of the headset I'm on. I used to have a headset that would reverberate and echo my voice, and I could hear myself. I literally cannot hear myself. Yeah, anything that is content is going to be from me being intelligent and entertaining and you not being those things.